Hey Change Leaders, this week we're talking about one of my favorite interviews ever. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with a Harvard professor and talk through his book, Better, Simpler Strategy. An interview is linked in the newsletter below. But the crux of the book and our conversation in that interview was around the idea that oftentimes we overcomplicate our business strategy. Both the book and the interview, Felix talks through the idea of the value stick and the two main levers that every company has to bring value. And that's going to be increasing willingness to pay on the customer side and decreasing willingness to sell of your employees. Now that second one sounds a little counterproductive, but really it's the idea of making the jobs that your employees do more attractive and better so that your employees want to work for you over your competitors. And increasing willingness to pay means that your customers are more likely to buy from you than your competitors. Now in the book, Felix talks through the idea of compliments. Complementary services are all around us, and they're a really great way to increase willingness to pay. In the book, he talks through Michelin tires and their Michelin star rating for restaurants and how it was a way for them to be able to get more people to drive cars and make it more attractive to use their product. He also talks through Amazon creating the Kindle to drive sales for ebooks, or Apple and their myriad of different accessories that make their core product of the iPhone more attractive. In some cases, you'll see that these complements drive their own revenue, or in the case of a razor and a blade, even generating more revenue than the core product itself. But where I see an opportunity for almost every company to offer a complement that drives that willingness to pay is through education. Educating your customers on your industry and how you help them solve their problems will almost always bring revenue your way. Buyers are more likely now to buy from the person that helped educate them early in their buying cycle than ever before. For insurance carriers, there's a huge opportunity to educate consumers on how to make the right purchase decision for themselves, why rates are rising, what's happening from an economic level that's impacting their policy, how severe weather has a big impact on what all of us are seeing in our premiums. If you work for a technology company and you're not educating your buyers on how technology is changing the landscape, and you're missing a huge opportunity. The list could go on and on and on. Take the time to think through how you can educate your customers, whether that's on social media or through a formalized training program. Think through how that would impact that willingness to pay, and I bet you'll see an opportunity for you and your organization. Be sure to check out the other links included in the newsletter, and then jump down to the member discussion and let me know what you think on this idea of complements and education. Until next week, happy leading change.